Leora Joseph, you said at a candidate forum that you're going to do everything differently. And my question is that hyperbole? Is that bluster? Or are you serious about doing everything differently? And what type of disruption would that cause?
Thank you. I am serious about doing everything differently. I think we need to look at what are best practices in DA's offices and how do we implement them. Change management is important, and it's important to have broad vision. So I'll give you some examples of some of the things I'd like to do. One, and first and foremost, I want to implement the community prosecution model. That's a model where you assign prosecutors to each different police district. They are then working hand in hand together on all of those cases, and are also the prosecutors have to be responsible and responsive to that whole neighborhood. Who are the faith leaders in that community? Who are the mental health workers? Who are the principals of the school? Making sure we're all talking constantly. So that's a massive, massive change. It also brings up and highlights the need for what I call vertical prosecution. I don't call it, that's what it's called, vertical prosecution, which is the same prosecutor and the same police officer are working on a case from the moment of arrest until the completion of the case. You don't face that broken telephone problem where information gets transmitted and it doesn't completely. Currently, the structure is an intake unit or an intake deputy. I don't think that's best practices.
Can I ask you, the current DA, Beth McCann, says that it's not feasible to do what you're talking about and that people would logistically be running all over the place and it just simply does not work in an office the size of Denver.
Yeah. So when it manages to work in other offices that are larger. But what I will tell you is when I came to the Arapahoe DA and I did that, was pretty firm on that model for sex crimes, domestic violence, human trafficking, and elder abuse crimes. I was told the same thing. Impossible to do. People will be running all over. It'll be chaos. You know what happened? I met with the judges. I met with the clerks. I met with the staff. And we made it work. And it was really, really successful. And we had great outcomes for prosecutors, but more importantly for victims. That has to be the focus. Passing cases off is never the best answer.